Is this a see-through top? Is it right?
No, it's not see-through. It's white. I mean, your nipples look a bit...
Dude, they're a bit pronounced,
And
aren't they?
even if it is see-through, it's white underneath.
Is the camera rolling?
I need to do
Put some nipple tape on him.
No, is it bad? Shall I take it off?
Why is the cannon shooting?
No, seriously, shall I change?
Tour Diaries. Hey, you know what? The first thing I got to say, right, is that the budget's running low, man. When I did the one the other day, right, it's a full fruit bowl, right? No, it's a full fruit bowl, bananas, apples, everything, right? Look, two
notice.
two
We're
apples
struggling,
left.
man. LA's having a bad effect on us right now.
And that has coincided with Julian getting to the house, you know what I mean? Yeah, the guy came in there yesterday and he goes, "Oh yeah, I've done shopping." Right, you know, the other day we all went shopping and I spent $50, you spent about 30, 40. He goes, "Oh, I've been shopping." He bought like a case of water. That was it.
To be fair.
Yeah, these are the waters, though.
No,
So give him some credit.
But that's all he bought. That was about $10. Yeah.
Arrowhead.
And then every minute you see this guy, he's always eating.
Yeah. He's living good, man.
Every minute he's in it. He's in the fridge. He's in it. Right.
They're fighting for him in the comments, though, man.
They are.
Yeah, I know.
showing
Are they
love
saying we're
to
bullying him
Julian.
again?
Yeah,
Are they saying we're bullying him again?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But
Anyway,
Bless his
there was a
heart.
game on last. No, wait. Actually, before we get into the game,
What, me first
I saw
or you first?
No, you first, man. I saw
Alright,
you.
cool.
I saw you yesterday, man.
Yeah, I saw you.
Right, chatting your crap, man, about how I fell asleep. I had an exclusive on Transfer Daily, and then I fell asleep.
Get me home, boys.
I know the jet lag caught up on me that day.
we got to get this
But
out
listen,
now.
it was still exclusive, right? Because nobody had gone with the fact, right, that he's going to be having a medical here.
Yeah, you got that bit
So
right.
that was,
Yeah.
but then. But then this
I
guy,
heard Ornstein's gutted.
Ornstein only got 6 million views, but at least you knew his medical was in LA.
Ornstein's
Hey,
on
then what
his phone,
about
that
you?
Robbie
This
laugh.
guy this morning.
no
What about him
comment.
this morning, right? You know what I mean? He's got, for everybody out there, right? If you don't see, I don't know if you watch his videos, but he's got
better
this.
watch.
He's got this big telescopic.
Do you have it?
Pause.
Pause. And he's asking if you got it.
Cut this out, guys. Cut this out. Have you got it on you? It's somewhere.
Where is that thing?
What about for filming?
Pause. Where is it? Go get it.
Wait,
Go
you want me
get
to
it.
go
Go
get
get
it?
it, man. I want to do it, right?
I'll
Because
be
I need to describe this accurately, right? Before
I
I go in,
show
on it,
him.
right?
Just show him. No
Pause.
more describing.
Right, 1 million pauses, right? Before I do. Listen. I got my revenge coming on him, man. This guy's got the cheek yesterday to be disrespectful, man. Talking about trying to diss the great Transfer Daily about how I felt, and he's actually right. I was so tired that night, man.
No, in your defence, jet lag. What was it? Our first full day, and you had the news, and you got it right. It's just such a shame that David Ornstein felt the need to do his job.
David Ornstein ain't over here in LA, right? With that 8-hour time difference, yeah? He's back in England, you know what I mean? He got the news, just went, right? Whereas
Robbie,
me,
wake up!
I got that news, right? You know what I mean?
Ornstein's tweeting.
We get back here, you know what I mean? Like, what time was it? It was about 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah, no, it was late. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, to do the show then, I was so tired, man. It's like, when we get up in the morning, and then you got up in the morning and he's gone with it. You're like, where is it? Come on.
Oh, he's found it. This is the level of production Curtis Shaw TV.
They think it's glamorous behind closed doors, right? Like, big cameras and that.
This is what he walked. First of all, right?
Here he goes.
Look at this. He's walking around the streets of LA, West Hollywood, right, with this as a black person. He's not seen all those films. And I mean, you heard of Rodney King,
Yeah, I've heard of him.
right? Well, when he got beat up and that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, walking around, this looks like a kosh straight away, right? Or even worse, like some sort of firearm or something.
Yeah.
He's walking around with that. Then it extends out, innit? Like,
I thought I was going to play golf, Tiger Woods.
I'd hold it differently, Rob.
right, and he puts his phone on the end, and so he'd be walking around like this. He's walking around the streets like this, doing his transfer show.
Here he goes.
Right? So he'd be walking
He's
around.
happy.
So this morning now, he's walking around and he's going, yeah, people, Emil Smith Rowe, he's unfortunately, he's been linked with a move away, and Reece Nelson and that. And actually, people, I haven't really got much to talk about on the transfer front today, because it's been a bit quiet. But, right, then he gets back here, right?
Uploads the full vid.
Uploads it, the video, puts the video out, feeling really good about himself, that he's, managed to nail himself a good show, walking around the streets of Hollywood, right? Only to find out from James, right? About 5 minutes after he's gone live, right? That there's a breaking news story that also being linked with Fabian Ruiz, right? Which is a big deal, right? That he didn't have any show. So, bro.
£8 that was, you better relax.
So in other words, right, you were the one who flopped today because you didn't have that information in your show. And I think that what happened is what they call karma. Because you were there disrespecting my thing yesterday. You were disrespecting my thing yesterday. You missed out on an exclusive, on a scoop of Fabian Ruiz being linked with
He
Arsenal.
spent all morning saying, I hope this gets dismissed immediately.
I said, listen, man,
I want
Fabian Ruiz to say that's a lie.
Forget the
that
well-being
video
of the
down.
team and the addition of a top-quality midfielder. He just wants this dead and buried immediately.
Would I
What do
take
you
Fabian Ruiz?
think? Yeah, I mean, what do you think of that? Fabian Ruiz, both of you. I want to ask you actually.
It's a great link.
Oh,
Would you have that?
Yeah.
all day long. I mean, when I first heard it, I was gutted for obvious reasons. But I'm thinking he's just starred at the Euros. I don't see how we get him. But then I was looking at the stats. He doesn't really start every week for PSG.
No. PSG have been trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, and he's 28. He can't mess around there anymore. I'm sure Arteta might have a link there with him. So I think it'd be a brilliant player.
Him
next
and
to
Marino are
Rice.
very comparable. You're talking about two Spanish 6'2" midfielders, both left-footed, both playing similar areas, can contribute defensively, can contribute going forward. If there is subtle differences in them, Ruiz has a little bit more flary technical final third.
Yeah.
Marino's a little bit more dual winner, I think. I'm actually currently looking at the numbers because that's what we do when you come to LA. I sit in a mansion and look at numbers. It's not a mansion. But yeah, it feels like maybe if Ruiz is doable, it'd be one or the other. I can't see it being
So
both.
Miko Marino or Ruiz, right? Who would you take?
Ruiz. Yeah, but I think it's more likely Marino.
I agree. I would take Ruiz just because I think he's got a bit more flair, and I want Rice to be the 6. And I think Ruiz then can
remember
get
though, he's
forward a bit more
not done well
at PSG.
at his big move, from Napoli to PSG. He ain't done well.
He did really well at Napoli, and I just think PSG is a bit of a mess.
But guys, we've just had the Euros winning manager make the decision for us. He's starting Ruiz in that position. He's going with Ruiz alongside Rodri, and Rodri was the official player of the tournament, I think. But a lot of people were saying Ruiz is the guy who starred throughout. So look, Marino, weirdly, I think for the way Arteta's played with that midfield position, maybe Marino almost suits it a little bit better. But if he's talking about evolving and adding something on that left-hand side, not leaving it all to Ødegaard, then Ruiz is a slightly better fit. But listen, they're good players to be linked to. I'm excited about both.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, tomorrow, maybe you can mention it tomorrow
Oh, yeah.
on your show.
Listen, I think
After everybody else has already done it to death, you know what I mean?
whatever time you do
People, I've
transfer
got an
daily,
exclusive.
Oh, at least I'm awake. Whatever time you do
We've got
transfer
an exclusive,
day,
people.
watch this. You're gonna lap this up all day, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's gonna be
he
a
is.
long day.
Yeah.
Whatever time he does transfer daily tomorrow, I'm doing it later,
Yeah, 5 minutes
just in
later.
case something happens. I think we could say it's Robbie 1, Curtis 1. You equalised
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see.
And we also got the news yesterday about Smith Rowe.
You're the most gutted about this.
I am. It's bittersweet for me because I just always thought he was going to have a big career at Arsenal. I remember he did an interview saying, I can see myself being here for my whole career. I think that season when he scored the 10 goals, got the new contract, the 10 shirt, England squad, it looked like his whole career's mapped out. He's going to be a star player. And I think even though he wasn't injured much last season, I just think sitting on the bench, and I feel like the team might have evolved. I think sometimes when you get injured and the manager's adding new ideas to the team, you can almost, you're forgotten about, aren't you? And I think he's almost been left behind a little bit.
The reaction online yesterday was very like, I'm heartbroken, devastating news, no, not Smith Rowe. And look, I know online it's all a bit hyperbolic in the world of Arsenal. This is, semi-sad news, I guess. But I don't know if I'm just heartless. I don't think I am. I wasn't that bothered. Is that bad? I was just...
Bloody heartless.
This guy,
the guy lived and breathed Arsenal. You know what I mean? The guy's been at Arsenal since he was a little kid. I even know the scout who spotted him. Right? This man absolutely loves Arsenal Football Club. Would do anything for it, and you don't care.
It's not
You're a disgrace.
You're a
and I hope you
heartless
get
stuck
relegated.
man, aren't you?
He's
You know what I mean? Them stuck man, everything's no emotion.
Cold.
My
I
reaction
didn't have
was...
you down as a cold killer.
I didn't.
No, I'm
Italian
not.
in me,
Yeah,
It's the Italian.
Yeah, the day Jorginho leaves, I'll be devastated.
Yeah, I'll be crying. In focus.
But
Emil
honestly,
Smith Rowe, you sleep with the fishes tonight. You know what I mean?
Give me the money. Give me the money.
I honestly saw it and I went, 35 million, good deal. Like, I didn't...
I know what you mean.
I think I made my peace with Smith Rowe not being what this midfield needed and not playing to the levels we hoped probably a good year and a half ago. So for me, this was just totally necessary. I do wish him all the best. I really do. I think it's a good move. And it's just one of those deals that benefits everyone.
Can I ask you one
Everyone's a winner
question,
in
both of you? Are you happy with the price?
Yeah.
Is 35 million enough for
million.
a player? I mean, the injuries.
I feel for a guy that's hardly played over the past couple of seasons, that's a good amount of money. And you look at the current market, I think that's if he'd been playing, I wouldn't be happy with it. But it's because he ain't been playing. And the interesting thing about what you said is that speaking to a lot of fans, there's one fan I spoke to yesterday, right? And he's like, I said the same thing. I'm completely heartbroken, man. You know what I mean? Smith Rowe, it's just such a bad to see. So I said, what would you keep him then? And he said, no, we've got to get to the money. So I was thinking, boy, you just said that.
Yeah.
And
High School Musical's about to begin, guys.
You'll do a backflip, innit?
Yeah.
Right? No, but, I mean, it's...
We recorded. What gave it away?
But yeah, you know what it is, right? I think the reason why I'm able to make my peace with it is because he hasn't figured for so long. Yeah. If he'd been playing constantly, and then all of a sudden they said, we're going to take, say, 45 million for him. I'd be like, what are we doing that for? No, keep him. But because he hasn't played for so long, I'm kind of at the stage where James is, where I'm sort of like, you know what? It's best for both parties, because remember, if you look on it, he was also... There's been a lot of talk that Arsenal would be willing to keep him. Yeah. And he himself has said, I want to move because I want to play. So look, this is a decision being made by a professional footballer who wants to get his career back on track. And he's struggling to do that at Arsenal.
I might be a bit heartless. And with the injuries, that's where I sympathise the most, right? Because he's maybe not had the opportunity to evolve and develop the way he wanted. But I was more gutted when Villa scored that first goal in April against us. I was more gutted when we went out the cup competitions. It's ultimately we're doing this to recoup money, to then go and spend money and get better players and finally beat City. The hurt of not winning the league the last 2 seasons, when I felt in both campaigns we were good enough to do so. That's the stuff that's left me gutted. And football's a ruthless business. Now, I'm not saying that emotion and these outside things don't matter. You should feel connected to the players. You should love the group. And I love this group. Yesterday was just a vibe watching Arsenal. They drew the game. They didn't play amazingly, but we just enjoyed it. It was great to see them out there. But with Smith Rowe, this had come out of nowhere. If this were Erdegaard's too extreme an example. If it were, I don't know, give me an example. If it just someone that had been doing a little bit more recent, we thought they were apart, and then suddenly they're gone. I'd be a bit what's going on? But we've known this coming. It maybe should have happened a year ago, people. So I really do wish Smith Rowe all the best. It's not a personal. I think this was just a really good step for us in the transfer window, and that's how I'm seeing it more than anything.
It looks like he's on his way out. And funny thing is, right, I was looking at the game yesterday, and looking across the pitch, and I'm like, how many of these players are actually going to be here by the end of August?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eddie Nketiah linked with a move to Marseille. Reece Nelson yesterday, we heard that he's linked with a move to Leicester. All those young players playing on the pitch like Nwaneri and, linked with possible loan moves. Carl Hein in goal. Arteta literally said
played well, didn't he? Carl Hein
played very, very well. But Mikel Arteta saying in his press conference literally that, we're going to have to send him on loan so he plays lots of games. So you're looking at half of the people that were here, were in that game, probably won't even be here. And the game itself, we get to the game, but the attendance weren't great, was it? I mean, that was probably the lowest attendance I've seen.
We've got to talk about that.
Yeah, probably the lowest attendance I've seen for an Arsenal game since the years I've been coming to America, right? And when I was speaking to the fans, right, there was a few things that people were saying. Number one, the big game is on Saturday when they take on Man United. That's at the SoFi Stadium, which many people, if you haven't been there, it's the best stadium in the world. I've never been to a stadium as good as that, and I've been to a lot. Right? Playing against Man United, massive game, high-profile game, so it's that. Number two, fans were saying, not being funny, but no Saka, no Rice, no Saliba, no Martinelli, no Gabriel Magalhaes, they already knew that, literally, the majority of the star players are not here. No Havertz, none of these players are here.
Yeah.
Right? So there's that. Then the third thing is, on top of that, very high ticket prices in a midweek game. The game's not at the weekend. It's on a Wednesday night, right? A lot of those people who came to the game last night will also be going on on the weekend. So people are just like, well, I just made a choice. I'm just going to go with a Saturday game. But these ticket prices were, outrageous. We paid over $160 a ticket or something like that.
No,
it's crazy.
I don't know who was responsible for making that decision, but it was a bit of a shocker, if I'm honest, because I don't want to speak for fans in LA. They'll tell you how they feel about it more, but I just get the impression, firstly, big up to them, because we went to the tailgate before. It was brilliant. Lots of people from Arsenal there, lots of different, just fans from not just LA, but who travelled in. Yeah. Podcasters were there, loads of people. It was great fun. So the Arsenal fans did their bit, and in the ground, they're supporting the team, they were having loads of fun. But when it came to the actual, you're right. It's not the biggest of grounds, 27,000, but it wasn't sold out. It was put on really late.
Yeah, it was a last-minute game. Yeah.
You haven't got Saliba, Rice, Saka, Ramsdale, Raya all there playing. Martinelli, Havertz, Gabriel.
Ramsdale as well.
So you got loads. No new signings arrived at the time.
That's true.
Bournemouth, actually, for the 11 they put out, they made it interesting because we actually got to see what our youngsters were really like, but people weren't to know that up to that point. And then you're charging an absolute bomb. I got to be honest, whoever made that decision had a bit of a shocker. I think that was an opportunity for, families, come, bring your kids, we'll make them cheap tickets, all come along and just come and watch Arsenal, because it felt a little bit like it didn't have the, I don't want to be harsh, but it didn't have the magnitude of maybe when we played Chelsea in Orlando, or even, I remember the Orlando City game. Who was it?
That was decent.
That was pretty full as well. They just got this one wrong, if I'm honest. And I don't know. I'm not saying that was a club. I don't know who was responsible for that. But come on, you've got to make that more accessible.
Be the organisers over here, but it's way too much.
They got it wrong, and you've got to think this is an opportunity to maybe kids who've never watched Arsenal in America to watch Arsenal for the first time, and you're charging $100 to watch a game
minimum.
Stadium's half empty, and it took something away from the atmosphere a little bit as well. There
was a lovely story when we arrived. Remember, we parked up the car, we're walking, and a dad with his kid. Yeah, the kid said to me, "My dad told me that we were going to a shopping mall." And we got there, and he's going, "Why are all these people in Arsenal shirts?" His dad said, "Surprise, I'm taking to the Arsenal game." It was the first time I've ever seen Arsenal, right? Melts my heart, that story. It's lovely. If you're watching
so you have got emotion, yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
See you later, Emil. Yeah. But anyway,
Imagine if Julian was his dad.
Oh, God.
Get to do how much? Right, son, let's go to the shopping mall.
In fact, he wouldn't spend no money, would he?
Actually, we go to McDonald's.
But not everyone could do that. Not at those prices.
Ridiculous. But listen, the actual game was a good. Listen, I thought it was a very.
I enjoyed it.
Very enjoyable game, right, and very competitive. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew it before this, right? That Bournemouth, they don't get to play in America a lot. They got American owners now. They're obviously trying to break Bournemouth into America.
Michael B. Jordan was there.
Michael B. Jordan was there. Yeah, you saw him up with his. You know what made me laugh, right? They showed him up there. And fans are sort of like, Michael B. Jordan, oh look, that's great, man. Oh, that's good that he's come to the game. And then they scored and he took out like a Bournemouth flag. Yeah. And he's going like, everyone's going, boo! Yeah. Bournemouth really went for it. They played a strong side. And especially in that second half, they really went for it very aggressively. That was a good test for Arsenal. Really very good test from yesterday.
Really good.
Yeah, what did I say on the fan cam that apparently I was drunk for?
Tipsy James.
Tipsy James,
He'd
apparently.
had 2 sips of beer.
I thought I was all right. It was watching it back.
You were getting names wrong.
Jet lag and all that. No, it was. I described it as high intensity, low quality a little bit. Let's be honest, in terms of like really kind of creative football in the final third, both teams lacked a little bit. They weren't bad, not bad at all for the first game of pre-season. You could argue a little bit better. No. The patterns, there was a good tempo to our passing, and look, it's a mixed match of different players, and I came away from it a lot more encouraged. I thought Arsenal, for the situation they're in, the Euros only ended a week ago, a lot of players missing. The players that are there, they're giving it a good go. I enjoyed it, and I just thought the whole evening was great fun.
Do you know what? Because with Arsenal, we always hear about Hale End, and then these young players, we tend not to see them throughout the season. It is hard to bring a youngster in a title race, but to see Waneri and Skelly and these guys against Bournemouth's first team,
they look superb.
It's like, I really want to see 1 or 2 of these get into the squad this season and get an opportunity.
Now, this might be hyperbolic, but I just thought they look ready. Now, I don't know if that means, they're going to have a significant part to play next season, but if there's an injury crisis, if it gets to a point, if we need to rotate because of the extra games, and I know it's one game, and I know that Bournemouth are getting up to full fitness or whatever, and they won't play with the same intensity as a Premier League game, but you just saw, like, they're so mature for their age. Like, they're 17, but they look 22 on that pitch. They can play football next season if we need them.
Waneri was the one for me that really stood out. You know what I mean? He really stood out. He looked like a player that'd be ready right now to come in. Maybe not from the start, but definitely. I do think, though, that a lot of these players are going to go out on loan. They will. Or need to go out on loan to get their game time. I mean, I was saying in my interview yesterday, even though I said Saka had been out on loan, I know I was getting confused because remember Saka was at Watford, right?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's right. But I feel that some of these players will probably need to go out on loan and play a full, because little one-off games are all right, but it's worked well with some of them. It was Emil Smith-Rowe, as we was talking about, went out on loan, really established himself at Huddersfield and and came back ready. Saliba, a couple of loans, came back. We don't really want to kill these players as well, rush them in too quick. And I think Arteta's going to be under a lot of pressure next season to play strong teams in every game. Already the margin for error in the Premier League is literally 0 with Man City. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then even with the cup competitions, where everybody, I noticed a lot of fans were saying to me last night when I was doing the interviews, the cup competitions, we could play Heaven there, we could play this one and that one and that. That competition comes along and we play 5-6 youngsters and we lose.
Yeah,
in the League Cup.
That's true.
He sacrificed the cups again.
Bigger
he should have went strong.
I got to try and get that second one. I got to go 2-1 up somewhere.
But that's the thing. Right. It's all right saying that now, but I do feel some of those players, make them go and get a good loan move. Maybe, and when Yeri might be the one I keep in. Yeah. I think some of the others, I'd make them go out on loan. I get a season in, man, playing men's football week in, week out.
When they're that good, you want to keep them closer, though. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because the minute you send them out on loan, you'll pick a particular club that suits a certain style, speak to the manager or whatever, but then for that 10 months, they're developing and training under them. Foden never went on loan, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he did.
Yeah, but he was
with Pep the whole time.
Yeah, he's one. And remember how long he had to wait for his time. But he's one of that's a one-off. But then you look at how many other players do have to go out on loan. And I just look at it and I just say, you know, you want these. Listen, if everybody was there, if everybody was like all the players we named, if they were all, half of these kids wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know? Well, we are doing a video and someone decides to fry food over there.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Making noise up in it. But,
Appreciate that.
But, if everybody was here, we wouldn't see half of these guys. We wouldn't have seen Heaven at the back.
No,
because, you know, I mean, come on, he's got to go on loan because, look, you're going to have Saliba.
Yeah.
We're already talking about how we've got about 8 centre-backs.
Yeah.
How's he going to get a game?
You're right.
Go on. I think it depends. Number one, how good you think they are and how many other players are in that position. So I look at like Skelly, for example. There's a lot of players that can play at left back. If you got Timber, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, he's not going to get a kick. Nwaneri, for me, has got an opportunity.
Yeah,
to
he's
get
the
game
one
time.
I may keep.
And I just think, you know, you can just see a baller straight away. He just looks calm. He's drifting past people.
Yeah, but then you send a player like that. This is what I'm trying to say, though. Sometimes you send a player like that on loan, and he gets to do it week in, week out, and he comes back now. He's ready. He's, you know, I've seen certain players, even players at other clubs. As soon as that Matson, I was surprised when Chelsea sold him.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Gone out on a couple of loans, killed it.
I think Arteta's going to keep Nwaneri quite close to him. I do. I think he's going to have him training with the first team and playing academy football, but he'll still week in, week out be getting that little bit of like, you know, this is what it's like being a first teamer. And he'll get some minutes, you know, 5-6 and up against West Ham. We did give him 10 minutes in that game. I think we'll start to see a few more sub appearances. We still haven't got that backup to, you know, Saka or that depth of the front three. So, listen, if we'd signed Nwaneri and he was 23 and he put in that debut yesterday, we'd be going, oh my word, what a player we've just signed. Like, this guy's he's finding a way into the first team. It's only because he's 17 and we're very conscious of how you can overhype too quickly or whatever. But think what the narrative would have been if we'd seen that performance.
We saw that with Mainu last season, didn't we, against us? I would play Nwaneri against Man United.
He'll
give
get
him
some
a bigger
minutes.
test.
He'll get some minutes in that game.
Naming out something, I'm going to name out some players that played yesterday, and I just want you, like, you know, quite, you know, quickly just tell me how you think they did, right, and why, right?
10 minutes on each. Hein, he was brilliant. He really surprised me. He just good old shot stopping, saving us in bad moments. Brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah, he did really well. Really well. His shot stopping's brilliant. On the ball, made me a bit nervous at times, but his shot.
He was brave though. He didn't shirk the responsibility of it. He did it.
I thought he might have got himself a place in the squad with that kind of performance.
Yeah, but they're looking to send him on loan. Yeah,
loan.
That's the right thing for him. I almost think you're playing that well. Go and get a good
That
club.
indicates as well, by the way, they're definitely be bringing in a keeper in it, because even if
Ramsdale
and
stay.
it seems like Ramsdale could stay, because if he's sending him out on loan, not even keeping him as a third keeper, I mean, that seems to indicate
Ramsdale's staying and a third will come in my opinion.
Ben White.
Oh, solid. He is what
he
is.
Right. Timber.
Much better on reflection. I think we gave him an 8 maybe in player ratings, but watched a little comp and I thought, wow, he did all that. He was
very aggressive.
I thought
as
he
well,
was brilliant, because you know what, that's the point. After the ACL, I'm thinking, will he go into them challenges? He was rough.
Got a yellow card, didn't he?
Yeah.
I love the way he played yesterday. I'll be honest.
He's good. Heaven.
Solid, did okay. I think he's only 17. It's a big deal,
Tall
man. But centre back
against Solanke,
in Arsenal first.
I haven't seen a centre back come through our ranks for.
We said that, didn't we?
God knows how long. That'd be great.
No, good.
Come through.
Big up to him. That's
Lewis Skelly.
I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Inverting into the midfield, looked comfortable. I saw him actually telling Thomas Partey to do something. I thought, I respect that from you as a young player.
Started to get a bit roasted in the second half, but I thought he'd done very well.
There was a zip to his passing I really liked.
I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. Thomas Partey.
Grew into it.
Yeah. He was a bit sloppy on the ball at times, but
I thought he played all right. He was
okay. He was okay.
I liked the fact that he looked fit.
Give him. He needs more minutes, don't he? Give him that pre-season.
Yeah. Fabio Vieira.
I'll let you go first.
Do you know what it is? Maybe I'm making too many excuses because I like the guy and I rate him, but I just felt sorry for him. Whenever he got the ball on the touchline, you know, we're all going, take your man on, but you can't do something. You're not physically capable. He doesn't have the pace to take on Kirkez, who's a good Premier League left back. So I actually thought in his decision making, he took his goal well, and he passed when he had to pass, and I thought he actually did everything right. The only thing was White getting into him for not tracking back, but otherwise throughout the game he did that mostly fine.
He confuses me as a player. Honestly, I think he's talented, but I think the way we're using him, it just doesn't look like it's working. He's not a right wing.
He's not a right winger. Sure.
Nah.
Scored a great goal.
It was a good goal. Very good goal.
Very good.
Wanyeri we've already spoken about, right?
Baller.
Salahuddin.
Really surprised me. I thought that was the biggest surprise. I expected Lewis Skelly and Nwaneri to impress us, maybe not quite as much as they did. Salahuddin, I thought, looks very neat here. Looks really tidy. Did some really good stuff. Yeah, well done to him.
Reece Nelson.
I mean, Reece, every pre-season you sit there and go, oh, Reece looks sharp. And he's so quick, so sharp. But I feel like we're on that roundabout again of, I think he's got to move on, to be honest. But he looked very sharp, very quick. If he does stay, then he's obviously got to step up.
Look, if this is helping in negotiations, brilliant. And I know that sounds sad, but it's just
cold.
I thought I was the hard.
Ice cold.
Wow.
We've seen it. Like,
Ice cold, man.
We have seen it though with Reece, haven't we? Pre-season
Ice cold
hype.
Bayless, man. I didn't really notice.
I didn't know. I thought with the glasses and that, I thought you was really calm and intelligent, but you're a killer, bro.
Killer James, man.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
We've seen. It's not about their talent. Like, Arteta doesn't play them. Like, what are we meant to do? He doesn't play them.
Hey, what's up, blood?
What up, cuz?
What up, cuz?
What up, cuz? What's that you claim, homie?
He listens to too much Kendrick, man.
I know, man. That hip hop's got you, bro.
Right. Eddie Nketiah, James.
He was poor, let's be honest.
And what's your verdict? Keep him?
No.
I told you he'd get killer, man. Right.
Eddie, man, boy.
You kept saying au revoir.
I was trying to get him used to speaking French at Marseille. I said bonjour, Eddie.
All right.
Ça va?
Ça va? Comment ça va?
Marseille's lovely,
All
he kept saying.
Be careful with them ultras, though, mate. You miss them chances, they'll be on the pitch.
All right. Let me just go a few of the subs. Kivior, another one who won't probably be there, scored the winning penalty.
Yeah. He was fair. He was comfortable. He did well.
Yep. Odegaard.
Oh,
best player on the
great
pitch.
touches. He was just showboating.
Class.
He was. No, that's the
class.
word. He was showboat. He was just like, let me just have some.
He's like, you know what? There's 38 fans here. Let me cheer them up.
Zinchenko.
I mean, he was up for it. I'll give him that. He come on. He was like, come on. I'm like, what's going on here?
I like that, though. I like that.
Do you like that, yeah?
Yeah, I like that. I like that he was trying to vibe up the place. And I mean, he actually played all right, actually.
No, he played. Yeah,
technically very good, isn't he?
No, we saw, because he was on our side at left back, and you saw his touch got fizzed into him. Bam, kills the ball dead. These players can good.
Okay, Nichols. We met his mum. And I've seen that she's been all over the internet today.
What a moment for her to fly in and watch her boy playing. Obviously, she was surprised. So
she said she was there in America, and she was actually in America already, and then he got selected for the squad, so she decided to extend her stay.
Wow.
Gosh, I don't know, because she looked quite young.
17 yeah. What a moment for him. And he did himself
and he did
proud,
all right.
man.
He looked quick, didn't he?
He
looked
worked
very
hard,
quick.
man. That was a good test. That's like, you're coming up, and was it Semenyo on that side?
Yeah, got pace.
He did well.
Rekic.
Curtis?
Well,
he doesn't want to be the killer no more, does he?
He probably wrecked his future with that performance. Anyway.
He had a bit of a shocker about
Was that a pun?
That was a bit of a word.
Yeah.
Kendrick, I'm trying to...
Jesus.
I mean, Jesus, for me, again, causes me a lot of confusion because he's one of the best players at Arsenal, but also one of the most frustrating. And what I will say, when he came on, it went up a level from Eddie to him. The way he holds the ball up the touch. You're just like, please try and score goals. You know, sometimes just shoot.
He's a puzzle solver. Yeah. He's like where do we go? We can't. He's like, give it to me. I'll give it. I'll turn a player. I'll go long. I'll chest it down. I'll nod it through. Like, he just can make things happen. I love Jesus. I hope he has a big season.
He needs to get shots off quicker.
Definitely.
He did look good though. Trossard.
Wow. I mean, I call him sometimes Stella R. Trossard because he looks like he's had about 10 Stellas. And yesterday was one of them games, man. I'm like, yes, Trossard's back from the Euros. I'm like, boy.
Okay.
No, he didn't look good, let's be honest.
And he missed his penalty.
Yeah, oh well.
Got a couple of questions there for you guys. Now that we signed Calafiori, your best back four for Arsenal this season?
Mine, at the moment, I'm going Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel. I'm going with Timber at left back.
James?
You go first, Robbie.
I'm asking the bloody question, you know what I mean? I'm asking you.
I don't know, I haven't decided.
We need that from you.
Calafiori being left-footed, I think, like it does add something. But I think Timber's still the better player, just. So Timber left back. With Gabriel Saliba white. Do you know this is a problem? Like
it's a good problem.
It's a great problem, but week in, week out, we'll have Timber right back one day, Calafiori the next. We might have a low, but it might be Zinchenko with White, Saliba, Gabriel. I think Calafiori will play centre back quite a lot. By the way, I think there's a good chance that White, Saliba, Calafiori, and Timber play.
It's really intriguing. I think I'll stick with Timber for now. But do you know the thing is what I like, right? Is that in modern day football. Back in the day, the back four is your back four. That ain't changing throughout the game unless someone gets injured or whatever. In the modern day football, you can switch it up.
Game to game, innit?
You can switch it up. You can switch it up mid-game. You can be like, Timber's not really, so let's bring Calafiori in. Gabriel's, you know what I mean? So you can switch it up. So I like the fact that we've got options.
Yeah.
Our strength in depth at the back is unreal now.
It's phenomenal.
It really
Absolutely phenomenal.
This is the other question I've got, right? Who has been the best and worst person on the AFTV tour so far, and why?
That's so
best
harsh,
and worst person.
Best and worst person on the tour.
Go on, you're heartless.
So far,
you
the reasons why.
Stop.
What
am I judging this
Give us your worst.
Or living with them?
Living with them, yeah. In the AFTV house.
You go. I don't know.
I thought the heartless person would go first. That's a brutal question.
The worst. But I don't know what I'm judging this on. Well, Julian keeps picking up my towel thinking it's his. Yeah, probably just for that alone. But he did buy the waters. Thank you,
He did
Julian.
buy the water, yeah.
And best?
Got to pick up production, eh? The work they do.
That's a good answer, man. I like
look after you now.
That's a good answer. Yeah,
It's a great answer.
What about you?
Yeah.
I mean, worst is horrible, but I gotta go for Julian as well.
No, come on, no. You got to mix it up.
No, listen,
You know what, lead judges, because all he does is sit outside roasting
I don't
in
mind
the sun.
that. He's burning like a fried egg, but you know, he don't. I'm waking. Julian's just shining lights in the middle of the night.
Lead judge, is he very sociable? Because literally, when you think about it, he's outside, just burning in the sun all day long, isn't he?
By the way, Invincible's podcast drops this week.
Robbie will ask Lee, what do you think of the others, eh?
Well, the way he's going, man, people think he's the host. You know what I mean? How dark he's getting, you know what I mean? Like,
they're calling him Laurie now.
I mean, the thing is, literally, he ain't been very sociable, has he? He just sits out there in the sun all day long. From the day he's got here. Yeah, if you have to go out there to speak to him.
You have to be burning to speak to him.
You got to go out there to talk to him, innit? So I saw you out there earlier by the pool.
Yeah.
But you're out there talking to him. But he ain't in here, is he?
You've got to lather on Factor 50 just
to go and have a convo.
Ask him a question.
No, do you know what? You know what?
Would you like some water?
Julian's a legend. People think we're always having a go at him, but he's just got ways about him that are very different to us.
Can we actually clear this up
you know
for
what
the
I mean?
viewers, right?
Go on.
Because I think some people actually thought Julian, he loves just having a laugh, you know, having the piss taken out of him. The rest of us are probably too sensitive. like lead judges didn't appreciate the Voldemort stuff the other day, right? I think Julian just takes it the best.
Yeah.
Cecil does too. He takes some heat from everyone. But,
best. You know what? I'll give it to you so far.
All right.
No, you've been good. You know what? You've been like my sparring partner at the moment. You know what I mean?
He's trying to secure his place in the next tour.
I'm trying to.
He's had us a 24-hour journey to Australia.
I'm trying to make him sleep tonight. You know what I mean? Give him some compliments and
best and worst. You know what? Right. This is my way I'm getting out of this. Right. Best and worst is going to go to Julian. He's best and worst.
Oh, fair enough.
He's the absolute worst because he's the most annoying guy. Like you said, he'll do things like, just come and take your towel up. You're eating something, he'll just come and take.
Did you hear him on the phone earlier? The mics would have picked him up. I mean, he's like a good.
Yeah. I'm doing my
transfer
daily.
Are you in IB for?
Yeah,
mate. He's trying to talk about Fabian Ruiz.
I'm doing transfer daily, right? The man's sunbathing in the shade.
Hi.
Moonbathing.
Yeah, game was good.
Yeah,
Robbie, can you keep it down, mate? We don't care about Fabian Ruiz.
Robbie, can you shut the fuck up for a sec? I'm on the phone.
I mean, bro, I'm trying to do some filming here. You're there sunbathing in the shade, right by the garage. I'm like
in the corner.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know he's there.
He's feet in the bushes.
I walk past the bathroom. The man's having a shower, the door's open. Like, my brother, shut the door. But then he's the best person himself. Because he just brings so much life to the house.
He does.
And he takes it on the chin. And he's a great
And you know what I always say about
he's brilliant at organising. He's helped to organise half of his stuff.
Yes.
And I mean, he's been brilliant.
And he is honest, not just about himself and what he thinks, yeah. After we did player ratings, Lee Judges goes, you must have watched a different game. And he was saying, no, near a 9. And he was just sort of disagreeing with everything we said. And anyway, he's sort of, going back and forth with us a little bit. Julian's just there quiet and goes, you didn't even watch it.
You weren't even watching it, yeah.
He is a person who just talks straight in it.
Yeah.
Like when he said to me yesterday, you're going to get cancer like if you just sit out there and he just like...
Who did he say that to?
Lee.
Oh, yeah.
God, honestly, he's the best and worst. Although Cecil's a candidate as well, man. You know what I mean? When I saw him come up with that case, now he's running around saying, I've got to go and get another case because we've got an internal flight. And it weighs 30 kgs. 30 kgs.
No, he's a good 10 kg over the limit.
Yeah. You're allowed 22.
Internal.
Have you seen anything that he's like worn or he's brought out that
he's wearing justifies in 32 degrees though?
But have you seen anything that justifies that extra 10 kilograms of weight? What he's got in his car? What's he got? And then he wears it's hot out here. Man's wearing.
Production have pulled out 2 big lights. We've got 4 cameras. They've got that big setup.
They've got 18 kg.
Did Cecil bring those? Did he bring those lights and that?
I've seen Ryan's worn the same top for 4 days just so he can bring another camera. Poor guy.
Just to promote Boohoo Man.
I don't know what I'm trying to figure out. What is in that case? Maybe we should do a video.
We should open it. We should reveal what's in the case.
We need to do a video on that, right? Reveal that case.
Yeah.
So we get the case and we take out bit by bit everything that's in it, and we can reveal and get a head round. I want to get my head around what is in that case that makes it 10 kgs heavier than everybody else's.
We'll find out, yeah.
Let's open it.
We'll do some digging.
Maybe he brought his missus in there or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know how that's so heavy. You know what I mean? Why is it so heavy?
I don't know. That's a good video.
You know what? Maybe he's starting to get a nomination, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to review that nomination.
Review it,
All right, we'll
review
see if Julian can...
climb out the relegation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a Luton at the moment.
Oh, my days, man. Oh, my days. But listen...
Can I just before... we did do a call out, didn't we, 2 days ago about the various barbecue places and stuff. Lots of messages, lots of comments. Thank you. I'll have a look into one of them. We had our first Cheesecake Factory experience, which was top tier. No one recommended it, but we went and it was class. So yeah.
And I've been 2 days now, right? Where because I come on this trip, I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm trying to keep it off, right? And I tried my hardest, and then I was like, I kept looking, thinking, America, man, this is gonna be testing, bro. Like In-N-Out Burger, all these places, like they're wicked, right? So I've been trying to discipline. So when you lot said you're going Cheesecake Factory, I was like, yeah, I'm coming. I was like, you know what? It's temptation.
Strong, isn't it?
And I always went to that place on the corner, that Thai place. And that's 2 days in a row I've had that wonton soup, man. It's been nice.
That's proper.
And it filled me up.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
So far I've been good. I don't know how long it's going to last.
No, you've done well.
But so far it's going to be... I do maybe tonight, maybe. I know we're going to see the skis at the restaurant tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, United View have flown in as well.
Yeah.
They're
United
here.
View.
So it's a good link up over
Flex,
there, man.
KG. We're going to be, by the way, we're going to be doing some preview videos with them. So look out for that. We're looking ahead to the game. The big one at the weekend. This is the big one here. Arsenal versus Manchester United at the unbelievable SoFi Stadium. We're going to be all over that here. Previews. We're going to be speaking to the fans after the game. Once again as well, big up to all the fans that we did speak to yesterday.
Oh, they're amazing.
The love we were getting, it was unbelievable. The love from the fans. They are so good here. So it's good to be back, guys.
Yeah, special. The tailgate and everything, like the fans coming together and just enjoying it.
I want to big up Mike, Guinness versus
have
Cancer. That guy's doing such an incredible job as well.
Definitely.
So well done to him. On the tailgate, big up to Steve Manios as well. Let me not forget him as well. Absolute legend. Great to see see him yesterday.
I invited him round, by the way. I don't know when, but we need, we need breakfast at some point.
Hey, God. He's cold. He is stone cold, man.
He made
He invited the man round because he wants him to make breakfast.
He's a lovely
not
bloke.
that he wants to speak to him.
Hey, you know what? Hey.
Incredible.
Silent assassin, man.
He makes a great breakfast. We all saw in Orlando. Go watch the vlogs.
You're dangerous.
No, what? He's coming to Philadelphia as well. His son's going to show us around. Philly cheesesteaks.
Do you know what? You know, see,
got a motive with it.
Man's a food man, you know.
Hey.
You and him are going to swap.
He's dangerous.
You're going to swap, bro. It's like Nutty Professor, you know, body love. And,
well, listen, we're going to wrap it, man. We're going to wrap it, right? We'll be back tomorrow with more Diaries, right? It's been great over here. Absolutely incredible. Big up to the guys on production. They're working so hard, or I think they're pretending. Always like Jason, always got a laptop with him. But then he's always up for the party, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of party, we need a nightclub spot in LA, man. You said barbecue.
That's the next shout.
And if they want to invite us and give us a table or something, you know, Robbie in here, and that's a privilege.
Yeah, we'll take a table, man.
Take a table in a good nightclub in LA, man.
Look.
Gonna pop in.
This is another reason why he's so unpopular.
This is the reason why.
Where's your shirt?
I've just got out of bed.
Yeah, but you're not in bed now, are you? You're not in bed.
Yeah, I've got up.
What's this in your hand?
It's my mask. So,
Your mask.
At least his eyes are covered.
No, when you're walking around like that, I want to borrow that. I need a mask as well. No, but you know what? You did just win an award for the worst person in the house, but also the best person in the house. Watch the video and you'll find out. Thanks for watching today, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow.